Taekwon, and welcome back to another Martial Weight episode. This time, Grandmaster Choi Young-Wha. In this episode, we're gonna follow the formula as the previous episode of Park Jun-so, Grandmaster Park Jun-so, that instead of going to one of his seminars, we're checking out one of his DVDs. This time, ITF Masterclass DVD series by Choi Young-Wha. And in this DVD and this episode, we're gonna go through all the patterns, all the ITF color belt patterns from white belt to black belt stripe. So let's go and check it out. Hope you like it.
Come on. Right now, Mr. Crook has done well, but let me show you the most common mistakes made by beginners. Is that when they go into a walking stance low block, they forget to utilize this large of muscles around the waist area. For example, this way, they will already have turned their waist, and then utilizing only the arm, they will attempt to block. Of course, this is a block. However, you're using very small muscles only in your arms. In order to do it correctly, you will come right back in a half position, and as you're blocking, utilize your waist. There you have utilized this big mass of muscles around your waist area, aiding this low block. Very good. One more time, please. Ah, excellent. Come on. Although the knife hand low block looks similar to the forearm low block, its main difference is that whereas the forearm low block comes in a straight line, its aim is to, of course, stop the weapon from penetrating further. Now, in this particular technique, the knife hand low block, it is to damage the opponent's weapon. So the trajectory would be more circular and straight cut rather than a forearm's straight downward trajectory. So one more time, please. Ah. Yes, this is like a strike. In fact, it's defensive movement, but we will block in a striking fashion. Okay, come on. Hold it there. Here is a common problem for the beginners as well as experts, and that is we will be going to a half-facing position into an L stance. And because they know this, they already position their body into a half-facing position and utilize only this arm to do the blocking. Yes, arm is a blocking tool. However, the muscles here is nothing compared to the muscles around this area. In Taekwondo and in many martial arts, we want to utilize this nice mass to the fullest. Of course, the problem is the synchronization. When do you move that, and how do you synchronize it? First, in order to wind up this waist area, for the lack of description, our body has not turned to a side or full or half-facing position yet. All you've done is to cross the arm. And now, as the block starts to execute, you will hold this until the last minute and sort of in a whipping action, you mobilize the muscles around this area. Because the waist turns much faster than the arm, you have to be careful that your body has not pre-turned. One more time. Let's do it in a slow motion. Hana, bring it back. The arm starts to move. The body is still stationary until the last moment. Now, one thing you have to be very careful is that, of course, arm is connected to the shoulder area, but we want to utilize the mass around the waist rather than the shoulder. Okay, in a normal speed, please. Okay, one more time with me. Yeah. In that fashion. Very good. Continue. Come on. As previously mentioned, the largest mass is around the waist area, and many martial artists would like to utilize this nice mass. However, the problem is that many people use this in the wrong circumstance with wrong technique. Now let's see what happens in the knife hand strike. As we are turning, we do not have to artificially turn because the body is moving the waist already. Here, you want to momentarily hold it. Again, this is fully sprung now, and the arm starts to execute, and hold it until the last moment, and turn the body into a side-facing position. So let's try that one more time. Okay, 손칼 옆들이기. 하나. Yeah. Okay, one more time. From a tsukumaki position, you would almost look like a baseball hitter whose waist is completely wound up. Okay, so 하나. And from here, you would unleash the waist at the same time go into a half-facing position. Okay, 하나. That is correct. Okay, all together one more time. Yeah. Yeah. So, 하나. Okay, come on, 바로. Come on. As everybody knows, this is a defensive movement. It's a side block with the outer forearm. However, psychologically, many people think if it's a defensive move that it is executed in a softer manner. But that is not true. Whether it's a defense or offense, it must be thrown in such a manner that you have maximum speed. Try one more time. And so you have to think that you're going to attack with the outer forearm. Although it's a defensive movement, we want to make sure that we damage the opponent's weapon that is attacking us. In other words, in Taekwondo, we want to turn the defense into offense. That is correct. Defense is into offense. This is the uniqueness of Taekwondo techniques. So one more time, continue. Yeah. And that is right. This kind of block, of course, will make the opponent's weapon obsolete. Very good. Continue. Okay, come on. Many people understand that the waist turns with the direction of the hand, but they don't realize that sometimes the waist is rotated in a reverse manner, such as in a circular block. We shall see how it is performed. Yeah. Now, at the moment of crossing the arm, your body must be full-faced, and at the moment of execution, the body will turn rather in this kind of reverse rotation. It has to be 45 degrees. A lot of people think that it is not movable, but that is because of lack of practice. It can be turned very easily and very comfortably. Okay, let's show that one more time. That is very, very good. Correct. Yeah. Continue, please. Yeah. Okay. Come on. Okay. Do that one more time, please. Okay. I think here we have a new set of series of movements. That the first, of course, as you know, is a hooking block. Yeah. The purpose is to grab. So when you're performing that movement, do not try to block it, as you may block the other hand out of reach if you strike at it. Remember, it's a wrist movement to grab. Okay, the next movement is, of course, reverse half and reverse grabbing, but at the same time, you're going to connect this with a punching motion. Okay, so do that last movement from grab with one breathing and connect it with a punch. Therefore, it is called a connecting motion. Okay, do that set one more time, please. One, reverse, and connect to a punch. Okay, very good. Okay, come on. Let's show that one more time. Remember, in Taekwondo, we have two types of jumping. One is to jump over an obstacle, and the other, such as this one, is to close a gap. This is to close a gap, therefore, do not attempt to jump high, but rather straight across. Let's show that jumping one more time. Hana. Okay. Okay, let's come back. This is my favorite part, and that is that this strike is performed, of course, in the end with the back fist. But where does the power come from? The power comes, of course, from the beautiful mass that we have in our body. The mass stationary will not do anything. It has to be propelled forward, and that power transmitted to the back fist. So let's show one more time. Yeah. Here, yeah. Ah. Okay, one more time. He was a little bit too straight up. Therefore, that mass could not be utilized. Okay, so hit my fist by first projecting your body forward, and that's right. Now we have complete usage of the waist and the mass and transfer to here to the target. Very good. Continue. Okay, come on. Let's just show that one more time. In the 들어맞기, or the 손바닥, or palm upward block, we're going to use this part in the part of the arm slowly. Yeah. After the side front snap kick, the arm turns, and you'll see that the joints are being utilized rather than the whole arm. Of course, this part is connected to the arm, but arm is a very interesting instrument. Like a magician's wand, it can be loosened with many joints, and when the joints are locked together, it becomes one strong, solid weapon. Okay. In this particular movement, it is a deflection. For example, a weapon coming, you'll deflect it and send it out of trajectory. It is not to crush or break the opponent's weapon, but to just send it out of the trajectory by hitting it off course. So here, speed is necessary, and to move the arm, it takes much more time than moving the joint. Here, we just want to have that sort of springing action with the joint. It moves much faster than moving the whole arm. So let's show that in whole one more time. 하나. Okay. And this one, as we are springing up, we want to show this sine wave motion also by bringing the body down. Okay, one more time, Mr. Morningstar. Ha! Yeah. And we have to remember that this is a springing action of the joint from the elbow to the palm. Okay, very good. Okay, come on. Okay, let's show that releasing motion one more time, Mr. Morningstar. As everybody knows, this is a situation where it has been grabbed by a much stronger person, and you're trying to come out of that grab. In other words, release it. Releasing can be, of course, done by pulling it, but we have to assume that the opponent is much bigger and stronger than the person that is being grabbed. So do not attempt to just pull it. Yeah. If you pull it, you may damage joints or your socket. We want to utilize, of course, again, the nice muscle that we have here. By aiding in the turn, what we are doing is that we are twisting, at the same time shortening the arm by going into a full facing position. So let's show that slowly. Yeah. One. Now we are doing this. You can see that this much has been shortened. I'm not artificially pulling it, that the body now is actually pulling it and turning at the same time coming out of the grab. So let's do that one more time. Ha! Right. And you will, of course, connect with a attack. One more time in full motion. Ha! Yes. This is the correct way. Try to utilize this by coming out of the grab. Okay, continue. Okay, come on. Okay. In the 쌍주먹 세워지르기, let's show that in slow motion one more time. There is a common mistake that people make, and that is that you start after the 교차맞기. The fists open up to this kind of width, but people attempt to execute the punch by throwing straight from that from there. Therefore, the trajectory is incorrect. You will end up with more of a hugging motion than a punching motion. So you have to self-correct the trajectory before attempting to punch, such as in this fashion. You open it up, and you have to close it inwards, and then you punch in a straight line, not in a hugging fashion. Okay, let's do that in a fast motion, Mr. Crook. One, and open up and straight forward. Yes. Okay, paro. Okay. Okay, continue, please. Yeah. Okay, come on. Okay. Okay. Okay, jump. Okay. Earlier, I explained in Yulgoktul that jumping in that instance was to close the gap, but this one is to jump over an obstacle. Therefore, you will have to reach a higher height. At the same time, you must be prepared to block as you're landing. So let's show in normal motion one more time. Hands are up, and you're ready to block as you're landing. So one more time. Let's see the height. Supposing there is some obstacle, or you have to jump over some obstacle that is there, you will have to reach the height and assume that you're going to be attacked as you're landing. So the hand should be up in the air as your body is in there. Up and perfect. Okay, continue. Okay, come on. Okay. Let's hold that posture. Yeah. And it's the first time we're seeing in Hwarang, and it is quite an interesting posture. Yeah. From here. Here, of course, the situation is that we are grabbed once again, and we're being pulled to the front. In order to prevent from being pulled off balance, we are lowering our center of gravity, but not the whole body. In fact, much of the weight is on the rear side, or the back leg in this case. Yeah. And try not to lift the heel too much, because then we'll be off balance. So now we have anchored our finger to the fist in order to do this. And the next movement is we are releasing our hand, and we're counter-attacking with the yapchagi, or side kick. Yeah. So in one motion, as you're pulling, you are doing a side kick. Okay, do that from a walking stance front punch, please. Yeah. Okay. Hana, this has to be one rapid motion. Exactly. Yeah. Okay, very nice. Continue. Okay, come on. Okay, let's show that one more time. Yeah. Many people make this common mistake, and that is that in their desire to kick high, they're not performing a correct back piercing kick, or tichagi. They prefer to kick with a turning side kick. Of course, you can go high, but this is a wrong technique as far as this pattern is concerned. So let's show that back kick one more time. One, and back kick straight. Hold it there. Yeah. The knee cannot come up this way. Then you will be performing a side kick. It will come under, close to the other leg, and kick straight back. Your back will be facing the opponent. This is a correct technique. Forget the idea of trying to kick only high for the sake of kicking high. We must concentrate on correct technique and the purpose of that particular kick. Okay, one more time. Kick and straight back to me. That's correct. Okay, continue.